In upstate New York as you get a peek at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Denver Broncos. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
From the gun, it's Allen. Completes it to Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
That's good for Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check. Check. 53's mine. Push him back.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
53. Mike, 53. Let's go.
Now T.J. Yeldon looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
53 is the mic. I got one.
Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Broncos' 39-yard line.
Check 53. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to
And the pressure gets to him again. Lightning speed there on the sack from the corner, Duke Dawson.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And Sanders has got it complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Here's Freeman. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen, and the grab by Croft. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
47, round 80. Mark 47. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And taken right on the 30. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Switch. Gun.
Flacco from midfield. Got a man open. It's Sutton. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay.
At the Bills' 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Single, slot. Hey.
Flacco. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. He was brought down there by Will Parks. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And now they'll throw with Allen. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And the catch made by Johnson. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll run here with Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And this one is right down the middle. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a carry for Lindsey. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Hey, Charlie. John. 50, Mike's 50.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Lindsey, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Passing play, Flacco. He'll find Lindsey here. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now Flacco. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That backs them up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Third down, Flacco from the gun. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, Flacco. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. Flacco now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now it's Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. 20! And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on, now, come on, now.
Allen to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Allen's throw is complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Back now in Buffalo. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Flacco now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And that's complete to Sanders. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Steps away to his left. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. It's caught by Coleman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Here's Allen. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back, pretty big pass. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Kroft, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to. Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did. Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the 45 on 2nd down, Flacco flush to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him. Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Allen now on 1st down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator? I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football. Yeah, current formula is not working right now. A big play here for Buffalo. 51 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Coleman with a grab. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Hey, box drop.
To throw is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Running right, this is Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Dad, like 80. Blue day.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? He completes this to Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving chills.